Hello, my name is Darkmoon Doll, and today is Art Talk. Art Talk is a show where I share with you the creations that I make, and I emphasize how important it is to recycle and upcycle in this world. And I also emphasize the ideas behind the fact that art can be very therapeutic and it can help to heal you. So today what I want to show you is some of the creations that I've recently created and finished and put onto my shop. The purpose of doing the show on this channel, Darkmoon Doll, is to share with you my inspiration about the world around me and show you that you too can be constructive with your emotions and feelings. When you're feeling stressed out or angry, you can express your emotions and your feelings within art, and that's a form of therapy. So let me straighten that camera out. It's really bright, I'm sorry. But anyway, let me show you some of the stuff that I have. And I want to show you first this mushroom paper beaded necklace because someone had asked me if I had any paper beaded jewelry available in my shop, and at the time I didn't, but now I do. So I'll show you what it is. It's this. The only thing that's not paper beads on this necklace is the mushroom charm, and I made the mushroom charm using polymer clay, hand sculpted polymer clay of different colors, and then I use rhinestones on it as well, and I sealed it with sealant that's known as Mod Podge. And then the other beads on here that are not paper beads are these two polymer clay beads that are they're conjoined together. So yeah, and then the rest of the necklace is made from paper beads, and this is the mushroom paper beaded psychedelic shaman necklace. So yeah, you can check out my Etsy shop, and so you can see even better photos of it than in this video. So yeah, so that's one of the necklaces I have on my shop available for sale. Here's another one that I have on sale, and it's not paper beaded, it's all polymer clay, and it's like winter solstice type of vibe to it, yet at the same time Valentine's Day with the hearts. But yeah, it's polymer clay, hand sculpted. Each bead I hand sculpted myself using polymer clay. It was Sculpey 3 clay, and it's got, see those little peppermint candies on here, candy canes, things like that. And this necklace is going to come with beads to go with it. You can use the beads like for dreadlock beads if you have dreadlocks, or you can, if you like braiding your hair, you can braid your hair and attach these beads on the end. So these beads are kind of like peppermint candy beads. There's a psychedelic swirly pattern on them. Here's another one. It's a little bit bigger. Let me show you the hole on these. So, and yeah, these are really nice to use if you want to make jewelry with them too. So yeah, these 3 beads will come with this necklace, and also where is it? Let me find them. Just one second. And also these 2 beads will come with it too. This one, it's like a skull, like tribal bead. It can be used for dreadlocks, like I said, or you can use it on the end of your braid, or you can use it to adorn a handbag or something. And this is a really large one for a larger dreadlock. So yeah, so you'd get that one jumped ship. So you get these three peppermint beads, and I'll throw these 2 in there because I'm working on moving, so I have a lot of deals on my shop, a lot of discounts, and hopefully you can check it out, and that way you get to take advantage of these gifts. And also with every purchase you make on my shop, you get a free handmade gift. So I've got lots of art to spare, trust me, because I make art every day. So please do check out my shop, and for buying something from my shop, I show my appreciation by giving you something free. So handmade too, so do that. So, and it's all attached on a stretchy cord, so that way one size fits all was this. I don't care how big your neck is, it's like stretchy, so it'll fit anybody's neck. So and if it's too big for your neck, you can wrap it around, to make it fit the way you want it to fit. Kind of the way that I have my necklaces on here, how some of them I wrap around because some of them may be too long. Like this green one is really long, so I wrap it around. So yeah, it's okay. Let me show you what's next that I have. I have this bracelet that's all skulls. It's yellow and red skulls, and you can just put it on your wrist. It's a bracelet. Put it on your wrist like that, or you can even use it to bead, with. So that's still on my shop. This beaded bracelet, skull, bracelet. You can adjust it on your wrist. It's for a small wrist. I have a small wrist, and I have the measurement of this on there. So if you don't want to buy it to wear as a bracelet, you can buy it just for the beads to use. So that's that right here. It's on my shop, and I'm going to show you some of the bookmarks that I have available, because I've been asked if I have any more bookmarks. So I'll give you a look-see at that. So I'll show you. These are the newer bookmarks I've been making. This one, it's just basically the way that I drew this was by folding over some printer paper and making a drawing on either side. So this is a snake skull psychedelic leaf goddess bookmark, and it's a drawing on each side. And what I did to affix the drawing and to keep it from damaging is I applied several layers of Mod Podge on both sides. Mod Podge is a great sealant, especially for paper and for drawings. If you want to preserve your drawings, you can do something creative like this and make a bookmark out of it. So yeah, so that's one of the bookmarks, and here's another bookmark that I've finished. It's like a conjoined twin bookmark and a mushroom goddess on the other side. So, but these are hand drawings that I drew myself, what I like to call stream of consciousness drawings. So this is available on my shop as well. And let me show you. We got another bookmark here too. Same kind of technique I did, but only this time I embroidered on the edges, embroidery thread, and attached it to some fabric. So that's why it's kind of curved like that. Just a different technique. So yeah. And then there's another bookmark that I have on sale, and it looks leathery because it feels leathery too, and it's kind of crinkly, and I like that. So it's a kind of like a space goddess. I like it. And I embroidered my name on the back here. This is DMD, which stands for Dark Moon Doll. So yeah, sometimes I'll use that as initials, not all the time, but yeah. That's the other bookmark that's on my shop. And I've got several more bookmarks coming, and I'll show you those in just a second. But first I want to show you some of the ornaments I still have on my shop. Here's one. That one. Basically, I kind of use the same technique as I did with the bookmarks, but a little bit different. This is a hand drawing, and it was drawn on like a brown paper bag, I think. And then I added the jewelry for the earrings and the rhinestones and things like that. And this like this hanger type thing. I constructed that by braiding up yarn and then embroidering it. So that's what that's about. And this is kind of the same technique too, what I did on this one as well. It's an ornament too. So those two are also on my Etsy shop, and I've been discounting a lot of different pieces on there. So I know a lot of people have said that they can't always afford and buy my art. So if you do buy a piece of my artwork from my shop, you get a free gift to go with it. It's a really well-made gift, and it's something, if you don't like it, you can end up giving it to a friend or family member. So let me show you some of the other stuff I still have in my shop. I have this. It's a jar. You can store anything in it. You can put peppermint candies in here. You can put your pens and pencils in here. Be creative. You can use it as an altar jar if you wanted to, you know. But this is all paper mache, and I use a glass jar to paper mache on it, and then I painted the snowman and candy cane design on there. Very winter solstice-y, I would say. So, and then I signed my name on the bottom and dated it. So yeah, I finished this back all the way back in 2017. But yeah, this is for sale in my shop right now. So if you wanted to purchase this, you can. You could just use it as being like artwork on your whatever, over your fireplace or whatever. So so here's another one here, and this one is like a fairy mushroom goddess jar here. See, nothing inside of the jar, so whatever you put in there, you can put herbs in there, you can put I don't know, candies in there, whatever you want to put in there. You could even store like incense, small incense in there. Put it on your altar. It's a fairy mushroom goddess. See how there's like a kind of an amanita mushroom kind of deal design on it, and all this was painted using acrylic paints. And on the top of it, I experimented with using nail enamels on there. I braided up some yarn and glued it onto the jar, and then next I painted it with this magenta colored nail enamel. It's like metallic, and I've been liking using those metallic nail enamels for these art projects I've been doing lately. It gives it a little bit more magic to them, and a very, very ethereal from another realm, like the fairy realm. It's what I feel like I connected to when I created this. So 2 fairies, one here with the orange hair, and then the other one, orange fairy with the blue hair, sitting on top of amanita mushroom. So, yep. And then on the lid is pyramids right there. So, yeah. Okay, let me show you. I think I've got 2 more stash jars I want to show you. Is a stash jar or an altar jar, you know, where you can stash whatever it is you want to stash in here, whether it's it's your herbs in here, whether you want to put candies in here, whether you want to put, you can even make it into like for your altar if you're doing ritual in order to bring about prosperity. You can put money in here, so, and put that on your altar. But this one right here is definitely a protection one, because usually when I use the skull in my artwork, I feel like it's protection against negativity. And then I've got the same skull, got a skull design on the lid as well, and it's all paper mache, all hand painted, and this texture around the forehead area on this jar, I did the same technique as I showed you on the fairy jar. I took a really thick type of yarn and then glued it all around the forehead area of this jar, and then I applied many layers of acrylic paint on there, and then I Mod Podged it again. So it's quite a process with these jars, and they have to have time in between to dry. So yeah, that's another one. And I finished this all the way back in the year 2017. So let's put this one over here. So I've got this one too as well. It's another snowman motif here. I like snowmen, and I like candy canes. I just like the way that looks, that design. So very festive. This one indeed would be a cool one to put mints in there or something. A mint jar. Or you could put your herbs in there as a stash jar. And yeah, it's just a really fun piece. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's paper mache. Same technique with the thick yarn around the lid area, and painting it with acrylic paints, and then Mod Podging it. Mod Podge is your savior when creating these types of projects. If you have Mod Podge, you can totally seal it and acts as a really bonding agent. It fixes to the glass jar. So And that's what I do to recycle these jars. Lately, I've been making them into stash slash altar jars. So, yeah, it's been really a fun adventure doing them. And it makes me feel good when I can recycle something that someone would, ordinarily just throw in the trash. In a lot of these glass jars, on the bottom of them, you never see like the triangle arrow type recycle symbol on them. So that doesn't mean it's recyclable. Is it recyclable? You can't just throw it in there and assume. But anyway, here's another one, paper mache, and it's like an evil eye shaman stash slash altar jar. So you can put this on your altar, like I said. You could throw some small like smudge sticks in there. And also with each purchase, I usually throw in like a sprig of rosemary. Sometimes if I have enough to share, I'll put in like a smudge stick of rosemary. So that's something to think about. If I have, that much to make a smudge stick with. Because in some parts of this year, the rosemary gets really low. And as it is, we're going to be moving. So this is like a moving sale. I'm starting to clear out inventory because I'm trying to whittle down what I have so I don't have as much to take with me. So yeah, just feel free to peruse my shop. It's www.darkmoondoll.etsy.com and see what I got there. So yeah, if it's not something that you could use, it's probably something maybe a friend or a family member can use. So, but yeah, and also watching this show today, if you don't want to buy anything, at least it gives you ideas of what to do with things that you want to recycle. You know what I'm saying? There's too much waste in this world, so that's why I feel like I'm doing my part in doing that. So let me show you some of the bookmarks, newer ones that I've been working on that'll be on the shop soon once I'm done with them. Is like African god and goddess, kind of got the Yemaya vibe in there with the scales and the tail on the goddess figure. Here's the other side of it, where the goddess and the god are becoming one, that they're one and the same. So this will be on my shop soon. I just have a few more things, finishing touches I need to do to this one, and it'll be on the shop soon. And when it does, I'll let you guys know. So I just want to encourage people to read, and that's why I've been making these bookmarks too. So there's another one, and these are my own original drawings, the designs that you see on these bookmarks. It's hand drawn, and I seal it with Mod Podge. And like I said, Mod Podge is your friend. And I lined it with yarn, is what I lined it with. So yeah, almost done on that one. And then here's another psychedelic god and goddess one. This one's done on thicker paper. It's on watercolor paper. So I'm gonna have to put some more thick applications of yarn on the bottom there, so that it's not just open like that. But this was a drawing that got destroyed, and I wanted to find a way to salvage it because I spent a lot of time and energy on it. So this is what I did. I made it into a bookmark. So here's the heads of the god and goddess, psychedelic god and goddess, and then here's the body of the psychedelic god and goddess. So yeah, it makes you look forward to reading when you have this really neat bookmark to put in your book. So here we go. And then here's another one that I salvaged a drawing from. I've done a lot of drawings that are on like printer paper. So printer paper is pretty weak, right? After a while it gets, worn out, and this helps to preserve that drawing that I did and worked so hard on paper that's not really that good a quality. So, but I use what I have a lot of the times, and that's why I don't end up using really good paper all the time. If you're wondering about the black border, that's leather. Recycled leather, so kind of leather strap. I've got a little bit of accents of blue yarn on there, which I'm going to incorporate all over it. So this has got a little bit of ways to go before it's complete, but once it is, it'll be on my Etsy shop, and I'll give you guys a heads up on that one, on all of them actually. Then there's another one from one of my drawings as well. So, and this is the other side. It's the green goddess and her helper. And there's the other side where it shows her mouth and the leaves in the garden. So, and then here's the three goddesses Um, I feel like when I think about the goddess, I feel like the triple aspects of the goddess: the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So I've been doing that a lot in my artwork lately. When I do represent the goddess, not in everything, but in a lot of things, I have this triple goddess theme going on. And here's their torso and chest area here, showing the symbology with this. This is a symbol that represents the goddess, and there's the stars for the stars in the sky and the moon. So yeah, this one's coming along and it's almost done. Just a few more final touches and I'll be ready to put that on my shop too. So yeah. And then there's this one, which is the last one that I want to show you. It's like the warrioress fairy goddess original drawing, and totally a stream of consciousness type of deal. And then here is the other side of the drawing, and same theme, but a little person, fairy goddess, and then a bigger fairy goddess there, as you can see. And then you kind of see a little bit of this right here, the other goddess peeping through. So yeah, that's what's going on with me lately as far as art and creativity. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you guys sooner with what I'm doing, what I'm up to creatively. I've been going through a lot of things. So why is this? Did it stop? I'm over here talking and it stopped already.